Today I'm going to do a charcoal portrait, and I'll just have you guys follow along step by step and just show you how I do it. We're going to be using fine charcoal, stick charcoal, and then we're going to be using white chalk for the highlights. I'm going to try my best to show you guys how it's done here. So first thing I do when I start my portrait is I'd like to align where I want the drawing to be centered at. Because what you don't want is you don't want your drawing to be too far to the left, too far to the right, and just not being centered. So first thing I'm gonna do is try to center the drawing here. So I'm gonna find my highest point, which is gonna be the wings right there. And then the head's gonna be right here. Bottom point's gonna be right here. So when you first start the drawing, don't overcomplicate it. Just try to get like the major shapes you see. So the first thing I see here is I see the top of the wing there. Go down here. So again, like I said, I'm just trying to find the major shapes. I'm just blocking in all the basic shapes first. Usually what happens with the human brain is when we look at something that's complex, we look too much into the detail of things. We don't want to do that. Don't get confused, don't get lost in the detail. Just look at things from a simpler lens. Don't overcomplicate it. And that applies to your life too. A lot of people overcomplicate a lot of things in their life when you don't have to. Just look at it as if it's just simple, So time to check the proportion for everything. So in the drawing, so what I'll do is I'll find a reference point like the head, and then I'll see how many heads it takes to the bottom of her, to the crease of her thighs right there. So find that again, one, two. Let's see. 1, 2. So we got the middle line right there. That's going to determine where the center of the face is going to be. The location of the eyes isn't going to be exactly the same way how it would normally be if she was looking straight. It's going to be a little bit higher. So we're going to go about 1/3. The nose, the mouth, underneath the lip, the chin. Now we're just going to darken the eye sockets here. Okay, so now that we got all the proportions down, everything is looking good so far. Now we're gonna start going in with the details. There's a lot of detail in the wing, so it could be really overwhelming for some people if you're looking at it right now. What I'm gonna do when I'm doing this wing is I'm gonna break them up into sections. So this right here is one piece. That little shadow part is another piece. So far I'm looking at about 3 pieces. So one, this little piece right there, and then this little piece right there. So I'm gonna break it down into 3 pieces first, and then we're gonna worry about the details in each piece after. Okay, next is probably my most favorite part in the drawing process, and that's adding in the highlights. So if you look closely here, you can see that we're on grayscale paper right here. So notice the difference when I add the white. It really pops. Okay guys, well there you have it. This is the finished piece. I do think for my first drawing tutorial video, this one was a little bit advanced. If you guys were able to pick up anything off the video, like if you guys were able to learn anything off of it, and also just let me know what you guys want tutorials on.